Hey guys, Captain Smash, Smash Strength Lab, Ottawa, Ontario. Today's topic is the term bulky and women getting bulky from strength training. Now, what I have behind me here is a little parabolic curve, right? Now, women, I can't tell you how many women I've had come in and go, hey, yeah, I'm really interested, I want to lift some weights, but I don't want to get bulky. And there, the fight starts. So, it's very difficult for a woman to get bulky, number one, because she doesn't have the hormone production. Men get a large amount of muscle mass due to their amount of testosterone production, and that's just how they're built. We have genetic predifferences for that. So there's one difference in between. Women generally tend to not work as diligently on building muscle mass, so therefore their level of physical effort in the gym sometimes inhibits their amount of muscle mass. Women have to train really, really hard to get to that level of optimal physique, muscularity, and density. So if you're not busting your butt in the gym 5 to 6 days a week, you're probably not gonna get too bulky. Number three, the amount of food that it's going to take you to get bulky is more often than not out of reach for most women. So now, that being said, there is some women that happen to be fairly large muscularity-wise, but those people are at the tip of the parabolic curve, right? So we have our line, which I have time or effort, okay? So that can be time spent in the gym or time working on your fitness level. So at the far right, we've got a lot of time working on our fitness level, and at the far left, we have our least amount of time working on our physical effort. Now notice, you would think that there are some genetic freaks out there that simply have to do no work, they're shredded, and they're heavily muscled. Roger. Say thank you to your parents. It's like, they're all the people that we hate, and we're like, I worked so hard to get there, and what? I end up somewhere on the middle line of the curve, right? So most women are gonna fall somewhere in between here, okay? Where they either have to do quite a bit of work to get an optimal level of, muscle and fat, but they're still not very muscle mass prone, or they're over here and they work a little bit and they attain pretty good amount of muscle tone, but they're not simply jacked out of their mind, right? They have an optimal level of muscle to fat ratio, which gives a woman a nice smooth appearance, right? So in order to be really, really jacked for a woman, your body fat level has to be definitely below 15% to about 10%. And any lower than that, and you're skirting the lines with disaster, or you're really ripped for a bodybuilding show. And that's gonna be these lower levels kind of in here, right? So where you're either a genetic mutant and you don't have to work out very hard to get good results, or you're working out really hard, you're really diligent with your diet and you're training a lot, and your level of muscularity is good, and you have a very low level of body fat, okay? Most everybody else is right here in the center, okay? They train somewhere between 3 and 4 days a week, good moderate intensity, their diet's okay, so they develop a good amount of muscle tone, but they're not necessarily burning a lot of fat. So what I'm saying is it really depends on how hard you're working, okay? What's your genetic predisposition for having a lot of muscle mass or not having a lot of muscle mass? And what is your nutrition status like? That's really the big three tickets right there is, hey, who are your parents? What good genes did they give you? Did you get the crappy genes, or did you get the good genes? How hard are you working, right? If you're somewhere in between that 2 to 4 days of working out, that's about right for everybody, right? You're gonna have a good little bit of muscle mass because you're exercising frequently, but you're not gonna be jacked out of your mind like some of these bodybuilding gals. Not to mention, those gals are probably taking a little bit of a testosterone as well. So, which, we all know is a male hormone. So obviously if you're taking male hormones, you're gonna kind of turn into a man. And then lastly, what's your nutrition like? Really, that's probably the number one reason why women think they get bulky, is the fact that they're building muscle, they're lifting heavy weights, but they're not burning any fat. So overall, women should lift heavy weights. It does the same response as the guys. You'll get a little bit of muscle mass, you'll increase your tone, your muscles will get more dense, more strong. But if you're not burning enough fat, well, yeah, you're going to be adding muscle mass underneath the fat layers, which is going to make you feel bulky. So, you know, check your genetics, see where you're at there. Check your diet, most importantly. You know, start cutting calories if you need to, or start macronutrient manipulation. That way you can lose fat while you're training and still keep on lifting heavy weights. It's good for you. Strength is never a weakness. It's never something that you want to shy away from. So if you like this little video, give me a like, and if you think somebody else might like it, give it a share. We're trying to break this myth of women lifting heavy weights causing them to get bulky one at a time. So Captain Smash, Smash Strength Lab, Ottawa, Ontario, and I'll check you later.